The sun is starting to shine again here in Sling, and I thought I would just go out for a quick shoot with my new lens on my OM3. And I'm very surprised about this lens because this lens is going for between 100 and 150 bucks. And the special thing about this lens for me is it's a 45mm lens, making it an equivalent of 90mm. So this is quite a telephoto lens, but look at the size. Just looks amazing, especially on the OM3, right? With this silver color. And I have to say, this tiny lens kind of blew my mind, not only regarding the image quality, but also the shooting experience on the street as an introvert with this setup and the telephoto lens. It's quite amazing. Hi, and thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Phil, aka Phil. Today I want to, quickly share you my thoughts about this Olympus or OM system 45mm f2 lens. And some of you might know that I bought this OM3 a couple of weeks ago from my own money. This is not sponsored by anyone. And my current setup was the Lumix 15mm Leica lens and the OM system 25mm 1.8 version 2 lens, and I was quite happy with that combo. But then I was discovering at my local marketplace this beautiful lens, the 45mm, and after shooting the GFX 100RF, where I stated that camera would be a perfect introverted camera for my personal taste, I was looking at this lens and thought, why not try a telephoto lens on the Micro Four Thirds system? Shooting street with the telephoto lens is nothing new, but it's new to me because before I only had full frame cameras, sometimes also the APC systems, and on both of these systems the telephoto lenses, especially primes, fast primes, they are quite big. But again, look at this combo, right? It's so small, it's so unobtrusive, and again with the silver color it matches perfectly with this OM3. And I have to say, because of that, I have a lot of fun shooting this combo on the streets. First of all, the setup itself is retro design, and therefore people don't mind as much if I point the camera in that direction. But also the small form factor, it gives me more confidence to take shots of people. And the third part, being a telephoto lens, I don't have to get that close to people to get the shot. For me, that's also a new thing, to get that telephoto compression in my street shots. And for isolating people, it's quite nice, and I have a lot of fun doing that. But of course, you lose a little bit of context. Normally I shoot a little bit wider because I use normally 50 or 28, and there you have the environmental context of the subject being photographed. But again, I'm enjoying this combo because I'm relatively stealthy, and all of you already Micro Four Thirds users, you might laugh at me, but I really enjoy this small form factor, and more I don't care about the sensor size, especially when I shoot on daylight. Again, I really like to shoot this combo simply because of the size again. I think the only telephoto lens which is perhaps kind of comparable is the Fujifilm 50mm f2. I think it's slightly heavier, than this one. But this 45 on the OM3, yeah, just simply love the size of that. No, also thanks to the size of this lens and camera combo, I kind of find myself trying to get a little bit closer to people and finding the courage, you could say. But yeah, with a 90mm full-frame macro lens, that's also a little bit more easy for an introverted person like me. Yeah, my shots are not special or anything like that. At least I'm trying to get a little bit closer, but no comparison if I shoot with a 35 or even 28 to get closer to people. But that's a total different ball game, at least for me as an introverted person. To all of you Micro Four Thirds users out there, I assume that this lens is no news to you, but let me know if you have owned it or used it before. Share your opinion and experience down below in the comments. I assume that a lot of you also use this lens for shooting portraits because of the focal length and the f-stop of this lens, and I assume that is also performing very well in that regard. But for this small period I'm owning this lens, I just had a little bit of fun using it, shooting a little bit of streets. And as I said, I was able to get a little bit of courage to get closer to people using a more telephoto lens and then trying to step in a little bit. Perhaps I can walk forward until 28mm. Who knows? Let's see. If you made it until this point, thank you very much for your time watching. You are the one who deserves the like for that. And if you want to support my small little channel, check the affiliate links below in the description, or buy me a coffee, link also in the description. And if you want to check out my Fujifilm X100VI unboxing and hands-on, click on this video and have a nice day.